is going on, guys? Today I woke up and I was like, I feel like trying to use a Sunflora today. So that is exactly what we are doing. I built this Sun team just to try to get Sunflora to do something because, she's pretty terrible and never gets any love. So I felt like she deserved it. So yeah, this team is it's a pretty interesting one. I got Cast Form on there along with Chlorophyll Victory Bell to kind of shine in the sun. Then I got some stuff like the Lipard, obviously for Prankster, Sunny Day, along with some walls in Lantern and Regirock. So this is against my boy Blake. He's got a pretty solid squad over there. The first thing I notice is that he has a Swirlix, so that probably means it's going to be a Sticky Web lead, so that is really kind of annoying. But let's go ahead and just jump right into the battle here. So I'm just going to lead off with my Lipard. I want to get that sun up as early as possible and trying to get some things going. So I'll lead off with the Prankster himself, as he is going to lead off with Dumb Cumster, which is going to be the Swirlix, which is something I've never seen before, so that's fun. So I expect it to probably be Sticky Web because there's really nothing else it would really do. But I do get that Sunny Day off, which is nice, and that's going to hang around for quite a while because I do have the Heat Rock. So he's just going to go right for the Draining Kiss, which is going to do a solid amount of damage, and I do want to conserve my Lipard to be able to set up the sun later, so I'm just going to switch directly into my Victory Bell here. I want to come in before he sets up the Sticky Web, as he's going to go for that now. So this is a solid matchup for me because obviously being Poison type, I can hit this thing hard with Sludge Bomb, and I can have some fun here. So I'm actually just going to go right for a Sleep Powder. He doesn't really have anything else on his team that can take that other than Leafeon, but he's not going to bring that in because obviously Sludge Bomb. So in comes the Haunter, and that thing gets put to sleep, which is really nice. So I don't really have to worry about this thing too much. I am going to be faster, so I'm going to go ahead and summon the power of the sun and hit this thing with a nice little Weather Ball. Toss an orb at his sleeping ass face, and that is going to be a dead Haunter. So it's good to see that thing gone. It's really fast, and it could have given me problems with considering he has the Sticky Web up. So now he actually brings in the Cherrim, and I thought this was pretty funny that he brought a Cherrim because he's not actually a Sun team, but it is going to get that Flower Gift. And I am still going to be faster, obviously, and a Sludge Bomb absolutely destroys that thing because Victory Bell hits, pretty much hard as shit. So that's awesome. Over here, getting hurt by some Life Orb, but it's not too big of a deal because Victory Bell is just taking names right now. So in comes the Fahrenheit, which is a classic nickname. I go for the Sleep Powder, luckily do not miss, and things are looking pretty solid for Victory Bell to be able to get a full sweep here. So I know that it's going to take at least 2 Sludge Bombs to be able to knock this thing out, so I go for the first one here, and it is going to do well over half, so that's fantastic. But this Flareon was not too sleepy today, so he is going to wake up, and a Flare Blitz is going to take out my Victory Bell. So the Victory Bell sweep was pretty short-lived, but that's fine because that leaves room for, others on my team to put in some work. So the Flareon is going to take a whole bunch from Recoil, which is nice, and now I can bring in my boy Peter Griffin to Cast Form to try to get a nice little KO here. I am going to be hit by that Sticky Web, but that's okay because I am actually Choice Scarf, so I should still be able to outspeed as I transform into my weird-ass looking sun form. So I'm just gonna lock myself into Solar Beam because it does the best against the remainder of his team, and plus it would take out that Flareon, but he's actually gonna end up switching into Regirock here. So good old H-Face is gonna take a little bit over half from this, and that is awesome, but unfortunately the sunlight is gonna fade. So I'm going to turn right back into regular, gray Cast Form. So as I'm looking at this matchup, I figure I'm probably going to be able to take at least 1 attack from this thing, and I'm going to be faster, so I decided to go for the Solar Beam anyway, even though the sun's not up. So he actually ends up switching out here, and he's going to go into the Leafeon, which this thing actually does cause quite a bit of problems to my team. As you'll see, he does end up having Swords Dance, and that is kind of scary. So I'm forced to stay in here and just go for the Solar Beam. I know it's not going to do too much, but it's going to do a solid chunk, I guess, as I do really need to start whittling this thing down. And I'm really kind of worried about those Sticky Webs because I don't know if Sunflora is going to be able to outspeed, even though I've got that Chlorophyll. So here I decided to just bring in Regirock. I know that this thing is going to be able to do some solid damage with Leaf Blade, but I really just need something to go down. That way I can bring back in my Lipard and get that sun going and get that beach party going again. So 2 Leaf Blades is going to be able to take me out, and Queefeon just queefed right on my H-Face. So that's no fun, but Regirock didn't really have that much of a role in this match, as now I'm free to bring in the Prankster Lipard, and I can just go for that Sunny Day again, and that's going to pretty much stay up for the remainder of the match here, seeing as he only has 4 Pokemon left, and it's looking like Sunflora has a solid chance to get something going here, which is awesome. So now he brings back in the Swirlix, as that thing has a solid matchup against me. I don't really have much that I can do to it. I do get that sun up, so that's going to hang out for a while, getting that tan working. As I just end up going for the knockoff. I wanted to get rid of that Eviolite, so that way this thing will be much less bulky, as he ends up going for the Wish there. So I'm really kind of hoping that he doesn't switch into that Flareon again to try to get some health back. So I'm actually going to switch here, and I'm going to bring out the fucking beast himself, which is the Sunflora, who actually looks big as hell when he's on your side of the field. But the Draining Kiss happens, smooches me right in the adorable stomach, and I'm over here dancing, having some fun in the sun. So I'm just going to go right for a Solar Beam and hope that that is able to knock this thing out. I assume it's probably specially defensive, though, as this thing ends up going for a Wish. I am actually Chlorophyll because this thing does need speed to be able to do anything. It could be Solar Power, but I just decided to go with Chlorophyll because I figured this thing probably wasn't going to be able to take some hits, so I have to be fast. And the Solar Beam doesn't end up knocking this thing out, unfortunately. That allows him to go for another Draining Kiss, which does, you know, just nothing. And I am just going to finish this thing off with an Earth Power in case he wanted to switch into that Flareon, trying to get the Wish to happen. So that is going to take that thing out, and that is one solid kill for Sunflora. So now he's going to go into the Flareon here, who is not going to be able to do much because I am still faster even though I was hit with the Sticky Web. Check that shit out. Chlorophyll is coming in clutch, and luckily this thing gains access to Earth Power for some reason. I guess he's he's a flower that grows through the earth, I suppose. But yeah, so now in comes the Leafeon, and this thing is actually able to outspeed me, but luckily Leafeon gains access to like nothing that is able to hit me super effectively, and he has to go for the knockoff, which I'm able to take because I actually have a Z Crystal. So I'm gonna go ahead and activate that right now, and look at me, that is the face of death right there. You do not want to mess with this Sunflower. So a Bloom Doom is actually going to be able to surprisingly take this thing out. I honestly wasn't really expecting that with that thing at that high of health, but that is going to be a dead Leafeon, and that is pretty damn amazing. So now his last Pokemon is going to be that Regirock, and that thing is not going to stand a chance because Sunflora is just too damn good. So one more Solar Beam is pretty much going to do it, absorb that light, get that fucking photosynthesis going, and that is going to be the end of the match there. So that was a pretty interesting one. This was actually the first battle I had with this team, and I was honestly just so damn surprised that I was able to get Sunflora to do anything. I mean, obviously his team was pretty well matched with mine. He usually just has some fun stuff. But I thought that was just pretty damn interesting, just being able to showcase Sunflora. So go ahead and hit that like button if you enjoyed, or else Sunflora will Solar Beam you in your sleep. Even though I guess there would be no sun up then, so hopefully you take naps during the day. Peace out.